Yeah, what's going on, family? It's your man B Miles coming to you live once again with another video from the B Miles 84 Conscious channel. And this morning I want to come to y'all with a video talking about how it is nothing wrong being intelligent and how we got to make intelligent being cool again. And I remember this one time, right, when I was watching a movie called Belly, and there was this one particular scene that Nasir DMX had when he was driving around in Nebraska. You know, around that time when he was out there selling drugs and all that. And I remember the time when, like, with Nas's character Sincere, when he was up there talking to Belly, how, yeah, man, he was like, I'm talking about, you ever thought about how your life is going to change? And he was talking about how he was reading books and all that, right? And all of a sudden, you know, Buns' character played by DMX, you know what I mean, he started to kind of like clown her. He was like, yeah, man, your shorty can't read no books, man. You feel what I mean? And he was like, yo, you know what I mean? Like, yo, what's up with you reading all of these daggone books, you know what I'm saying? And out of his ignorance, you know what I'm saying, he was just like, you know, going on for Sincere because what Sincere was doing, you know what I mean, he really started to elevate himself. He really started to think outside of the box, like, you know what, it's much more in life than just living this kind of lifestyle. And he, I remember the time he was like, come on now, man. He was like, it's all about getting money. You know what I'm saying? And Sincere was like, you know what I mean? Like, look, man, like, yo, man, I got to change my life, man. We got to do the same thing. And that was when, that was when Buns is like, look, man, you surely can't eat no books. You feel what I mean? And at the same time, eventually down the line, you know, once, Buns went to jail when he got locked up. And that was when he met somebody that was very intelligent. It really started to change his life. And that was when he had that talk up in the cafe somewhere when Sincere went to go meet up with Buns, and Buns like, look, man, you was always right. You was always right, man. It's all about change. You know what I'm saying? That was when you know, Buns started to read, research, and study, and it started to change his life. You know what I mean? From a criminal into a righteous man. And see, what we got to do in the black community, man, and especially in America and all throughout the world, we got to start. We got to start really exercising our minds. We really gotta, you know what I'm saying, we really gotta start, you know, reading in, we really gotta start reading into these books. We gotta educate ourselves. We gotta educate our minds. We gotta educate our youth. We gotta educate those who really don't have the proper education, because if you ask me, the school system is not going to be teaching you, it's not going to be teaching your children anything. The school system is only going to teach you a bullshit Europeanized way of thinking, and every time you turn around, they're going to be teaching about white history. They're going to teach white history 11 years. I'm sorry, I'm 11 months out of the year. Then all of a sudden now we're only going to get 1 month. Our history is way too long and way too deep and way too great only for us to just have a month. And the reason why I'm saying it is nothing cool being smart, because, you know, that's how a lot of people, man, you know, how they came up with their greatness. You know, by us using our minds. And if you really take a look at a lot of the things of what, you know, African Americans have done in this country, we used our minds. We used our greatness. We came, you know, we came across all different kinds of intellect. You know, take a prime, like a prime example. Look at Prophet Noble Drew Ali with the Moorish Science Temple. Look at the Honorable Elijah Muhammad with the Nation of Islam after he met up with Master Fard Muhammad. Then at the same time, look what he did when it came to Malcolm X. The Honorable Elijah Muhammad only had a 3rd grade education, but look what he turned out to be. Malcolm X only had an 8th grade education. Look at what and at the same time, look at how he turned out. You know, look at people like Martin Luther King. You know, look at Dr. John Henrik Clark, Dr. Ben Jockin, and Ivan Van Sertima, Sheikh Anta Diop. You know, look at people like them. Look at Chancellor Williams. Look at Dr. Ashaka Mushabar Shango. Look at all of the great scholars that we had all over the years, the Dr. Phil Valentines of the world, the Dr. Amos Wilsons of the world, Dr. Malachi York of the world, Minister Farrakhan's of the world. You know, look at Delbert Blair, Dr. Francis Cress Wilson, Bobby Hemmett. You know, all of these people have elevated our people to, you know what I mean, to the great levels with their mind. And so instead of us going around here with this victim mindset and we thinking that intelligence is being corny, no, intelligence is sexy. Because I'm going to tell you something right about now. When you're going to find yourself a mate, you definitely got to have some sort of intelligence. If you're going to be out there navigating this world, especially dealing within the wilds of Satan, you got to have intelligence. We got to start using these minds. Use your mind and think, man. It is nothing wrong being intelligent. That's not being white. That's not being corny. Intelligence, man, it is a great thing. It is a wonderful thing. And see, what we got to do is, man, we got to like take these minds. We got to shape the minds of our youth. And we got to bring, and at the same time, we got to bring it out of them. Because all of the answers are right there. All of the answers are right inside of us. We don't got to look outside of ourselves, you know what I mean, to find that deeper end of God, so we can bring out something, you know what I mean, so we can bring out that intelligence that is already inside of us. So when I see people like Lord Jamar, you know what I'm saying, with the book phone challenge, I really give them a lot of credit with that, man, because, you know, those books right there have elevated some of the sharpest minds of hip hop. They really have elevated some of the sharpest minds of our people. Mind you, not even just our people, but people all over the world who have changed the world, who have became innovators, who became trailblazers. So we got to understand something, man, especially living up under this system. We gotta, you know what I'm saying, we really gotta use our intelligence. We really gotta think outside of the box. Unplug your mind from this matrix of the media. You know what I'm saying? Even when it come down to social media, you know, take time to yourself. Do meditation. Read some books. Take time to yourself and do a lot of critical thinking. You know, that's how I'm able to come up with these videos, man. I do a lot of critical thinking so I can bring something out there, man, because I already know that I'm affecting a lot of people. So the more that I hear, you know what I mean, so the more my intelligence coming out and the more that I see the feedback, it makes me proud, you know what I'm saying, that I'm bringing my intelligence. Because I remember the time when I was coming up, you know, every time when I was intelligent in class, you know, a lot of times we want to shed that light because some of our people are stuck in ignorance. And that is part of the reason why the scripture says, my people perish for the lack of knowledge. If you don't, you know what I mean, if you don't want to be knowledgeable, if you want to be stuck in ignorance, and guess what? You're going to be stuck in the same place, in the victim mindset. You're going to be stuck in the victim mindset. You're going to be stuck in the ignorance, and you want to be mad at the next brother or sister who has accumulated wealth in abundance by them using their mind. No, it takes a lot of intelligence. You think Jay-Z or Diddy or Michael Jordan or LeBron James or all of these great people or Oprah Winfrey, I might not agree with a lot of things that they do, but at the same time, look what they have done. They have taken something that was inside of them that was a gift, but they put their intelligence into it to harness their gift, to harness their talent, to accumulate wealth, to accumulate abundance, to accumulate all of these great things and all of this success that they have accumulated and they have affected the world. So we got to understand something, man. We got to tell it to ourselves and even to our youth. It is nothing wrong being intelligent. It is nothing wrong being smart. It is nothing wrong growing and elevating and evolving your mind. It's there for a reason. Because it take a mind. It take a mind to come up with this phone that I'm speaking to you. It take a mind to come up with this TV. It take a mind to come up with this watch, this band. It took a mind to create you. If it hadn't been for your mother and your father coming together, making up in their minds that they were going to mate, and that seed was going to be planted inside of that woman, it wouldn't have created you. So the mind is very powerful. It takes mind to do everything. So we got to make up in our minds of what we're going to do, because nobody else is going to do it for you. So, you know, I had to put together this video, man, you know, something that was very dear to my heart, and I felt the need that I had to spread this message. And I really feel as though it's right on point and it's right on time. Keep on liking and subscribing to my channel, and I appreciate the love. And this is B Miles coming to you live once again from the B Miles 84 Conscious channel. One love once again. Peace.